Logan Cook. I'm in Professor Hume's Irish Imagination class from Yeats to Bono, Section IZ. Today I'm doing a video blog about a certain day during the year because I didn't get to do a video blog during the actual week I was assigned to one because of I didn't volunteer in time. But I'm going to do my blog on the digital annotation project, which we actually just capped off today with the final presentation instead of the research paper. So I'm just going to talk about like how everything went with the digital annotation project. So this is like a brand new idea to me. Like I really had never ever thought about digitally annotating a book or even creating a website. Like that was far down on the bucket list for me. But it was a pretty cool idea, like creating a website and digitally annotating it. But in high school, before my previous English classes, all I did was like manually annotate it with pen and paper, highlight certain things in the text of an actual book, then just bring the book to class next day and just write out my key points or raise my hand, participate, and say, "Oh, this is what I found, read what I highlighted, and what I thought about it." So, although it's a different idea, I was accepting of it. I was new to it. I'm like, you gotta go with a brand new face. You gotta like have no opinions about it, and you just gotta go with it. So that's what I did, and I really enjoyed this project. It was new. I really liked it though because it was definitely a lot better than manual annotating it. Like I liked how I could have the text in front of me on my website, then I could have that link to another thing on the website that was connected to it. Like I had a little research about it, about how this happened then, and then that's why the reasoning for that is. It's better than manually annotating it because like you have the book on your desk and you have your laptop, saying it's like, oh, that's something in the book. Let me go look online. Let me see it. That takes so much time. Like by the time you look it up, you're like, oh, what was I looking up again? So made it more time management easier, just having switch tab from tab on your laptop. Another great thing about this project, you can express yourself a lot more in depth of what you thought. Like you could write out a lot more than trying to squeeze everything in the little margins about what you said and everything. And it was just more than text you could connect your evidence to. You could connect it to news articles. You could connect it to pictures or song lyrics. And that's what like I really enjoyed about this project. Is like you could express yourself more. I mean, I'm not really an artistic kind of person, but with this project, I don't know, for some reason I just did, and I kind of like that way because I've never been really artistic before about anything. I'm not the creative genius. I really enjoyed annotating the YouTube song. Might be because I have really strong Irish faith. Come from a big Irish family, so it was nothing new to me. My parents had already said, "You got the album," and I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You know what it's about?" And my grandfather's like, "That's about the troubles and everything." So that was not brand new to me. It was fairly accustomed to what I know. And I really like doing that because like I found out more Irish history that I didn't know before. Like the certain song that I picked was "Raised by Wolves," and like talked about how like even though like there's a lot of car bombings they caused, like the IPA, the IRA, how they caused all these bombings, they were strong together and they wanted to fight the Protestants and get them out, and like they were just had that strong like Irish faith that they wanted to be their own people. They didn't want to be like owned by anyone else. So that song was really a good song I liked. And like how like the pictures, like even though they're just pictures, it says a lot about how the song went. And if you just listen to the song and like stop and think about it, and you're just like, oh, that's happened then. And like the just the way that you take time and look at a song lyrics, it really helps when you're annotating it because you can just not listen to it, just read it line for line. Like I think that's a lot better than listening to a song because you can break it up in pieces and everything. Another great thing about this project was obviously the final presentation for the class. Instead of research paper, was about a certain story from Dubliners that we got to pick. I picked Araby, and I talked about how love and anguish was a major theme in it, and I did that based upon my research in the databases from the library, which also helped my databasing skills, if that's a word, because in high school I used databases, but I wasn't really accustomed to them. I was basically using websites. But now, like, I know, like, this is going to become part of my college education, like, looking at databases and doing a lot of research. So I think that really helped me because I was forced to, like, not forced, but had to use databases, so that helped me with my getting a better understanding of my actual book, the short story I picked, which was Araby, and how like I learned new things about it, like the certain story, like the pilgrimage between the boy and Saint Ignatius of Loyola, like they were connected, and like Joyce meant for that to happen. And so just to wrap up, I guess this is it. This is the last day. Um, well, that's how I felt about the digital annotation project. It went really well, and I hope this happens in the future because I think it's a great tool to use. And I hope to use it in more classes in the future. Thank you.